stable version to install. But the trouble with the stable version is, it's not trouble. I say it's a minor annoyance. Is that like it runs an older version of Python. It's run like Python 3.11 or something like that. So some packages won't actually run with it. Okay. And the other bit again, you can see here this, but we're going to install live. We're going to install beta 1. Okay. There it is. And I'll give it like 1 moment before we get started. Actually get started. I'm just going to set up my hardware. 16 gigabytes of RAM, 4 processors, virtual disk size. Let's do 50. Okay. Should we split this into 2 gigabyte parts? No, not really. Feel like it's. So we'll give you 1 moment for people to who come in from the lobby, and we'll get the show on the road. And as always, don't be bashful. Stop by the chat session and say hi, okay? Now, one of the advantages of other mixed Linux is that it's a pretty small distribution. It only takes like maybe 15 minutes to get up and to do an installation and get logged onto the desktop. As you can see, we're using XFCE desktop. Let's go see here. Content. First of all, a big shout out to the 78 people and 2 likes who watched the Zorin install yesterday. So it's 4 o'clock. Let's do finish. So I am kind of looking like for a minimal install, because also I use Linux for would be to do Python or R programming. Okay, so I don't need a lot of extra stuff. Although my guess is this does install like LibreOffice, which I don't really need. But it doesn't install a whole lot of stuff. It doesn't install a whole lot of stuff. Use an existing. So there's MX Beta 1. Start this bad boy up. Like I say, this is a beta. Now the beta should be fine. I mean, it's not like they're completely rewriting all the code or the core utilities. It's not like they're rewriting all the it's not like they're rewriting the whole system. It's not like they're rewriting the kernel and stuff like that. So here we are. XFCE. And this looks exactly like the MX Linux. Oh, another little wrinkle today is I actually paid for a subscription to ChatGPT now, $20 a month. That's a good thing I found a boot device. I'm going to close this one. Starting it. Return here. Set boot process. See boot process. And what we'll do is we'll try to get this installed, and right. Then we'll install UV, like a few packages like Wi-Fi, we're actually going to, we use Wi-Finance. Connected, okay, very good. So there's this. Let's install. So this is exactly the same as, you wouldn't expect the beta to really crash. I mean, they may use a different kernel version, hopefully a newer Python version, but there isn't like they're completely rewriting all the code. Okay. escape what? Check in, slate, no, yes. We don't need that. So, is an independent based on Debian, the key phrase is Debian stable. Let's see, MX uses some components from MIMS Linux, which are released under Apache free license and components, okay. Let's say this. We're not going to do an encryption DT, sorry for the for that DT, of course. Next, MX, next, use system clock, do this, next, X, D. Now, as DT would say, a strong and complicated password. Now, if you don't create a root user, which actually would be better, more secure. Everything be done through sudo. Okay. Next. So now we're going to wait up here. Like I said, this should take about 15 minutes to run. We should be done about 4:20, about 4:25. Okay. Check our log, of course. Now, one little quirky thing I noticed on the stable version is it doesn't store the screen resolution. So you go into display, set the screen resolution, reboot the system, come back up, and it's back to 800 by 600. So I actually posted a couple messages to the MX forum. So I asked about how can I keep the resolution, keep resetting. And I also asked him, hey, how can I upgrade the Linux distribution? Because the stable version is like, or not Linux, how do I update the Python version? Because the MX stable version has Python like 3.11, and we're well into 3.12 now, maybe in 3.13. So yeah, I understand you're using Debian stable, but you still need to keep things like Python and our languages up to date, okay? Because they don't release those new versions just for the fun of it. There's also a reason for it, either a bug fix or a new feature, okay? So that's slightly ignoring. I'll also mention, if you look carefully, you'll see that I'm going to be doing an installation video for anti-X Linux. That is the fascist-free distribution. I think the main fascist-free may refer to to systemd, because anti-X uses RC scripts, and I believe this may use RC scripts also, or you may have an option of which one to do. So what we're going to do is we'll install this. We'll set the screen resolution, then we will boot the system, see how long it takes for it to come back up, okay? Well, we have to reboot anyway, right? We have to reboot so we can unmount the ISO, okay? Then we'll come back in, we're going to take a look and see if we've got a new version of Python, okay? Because, like I said, keep your copy up to date. For information, updates, please visit. Of course, if you are in the background, hey, don't be bashful. Stop by the chat session and say hi, okay? And of course, as always, click the like button, click the subscribe button, and click the bell icon to be notified if we ever go live. My goal is to basically do a live stream Monday through Friday. I'm also not going to try to do an updater, because an update can take like another 20 minutes or something like that. So we'll go, especially everyone who's chosen, you're welcome. You're welcome. Now come. I know some of you people are out there, okay? I know some of you people are out there, okay? I see current viewers, I see views. So where are you two people? Stop by the chat session and say hi, all right? Installing Grub. Now, I will mention that, of course, there is one other distribution that doesn't use systemd, at least as of 15. That, of course, is Slackware. Slackware uses the BSD style RC scripts and file structure, okay? File and directory structure. See, so that says full upgrade, no updates available. Installer, Emacs welcome, file manager, tune our file manager. Wonder what that does. Log out, that's interesting. Automatic reboot system, when this is closed, close. Now it's going to do a reboot. So what? So that's a 9-minute install, people. In case you missed it, that's a 9-minute install. Okay, XFCE Beta 1, September 21st, 2025. I wonder how close they are to releasing the I wonder how they are to releasing the new version, which would be 25, right? Let's just check our current version. Yeah, the current version is 23.6. So to go from 23.6 to 25 is going to be a pretty big jump. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to run an update here because you know, here's the thing. Ideally, what you want is you want to be able to update the stable using the development packages. Okay, you don't have to go back and completely reinstall everything. Okay. So here we are. We start out again with 50 gigabytes of storage. Let's close that. Let's come back over here. Let's make sure storage, okay, so we have to get rid of this. Remove this over here, restart. Like I said, I posted a question about Python and about the screen resolution resetting every time we boot. But again, my friends, that was a 10-minute install, 15 minutes including the reboot time. Okay, but still, that's like 10 minutes shorter than most other that's like 10 minutes shorter than, say, Linux Mint. So is this going to run? Shut down binary. Let's do this. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Not sure what we got the error message for, because didn't we do a reboot? We didn't do a shutdown, we did a reboot, right? I probably should have done a shutdown and not a reboot, because if I done a shutdown, it probably had mounted the ISO for us. So, right about 13 minutes now. There's mxdo, so let's do our strong, that's in our strong and complicated password, as DT would say. Whenever you say strong and complicated password, you always gotta say DT, okay? So, now let's check. First of all, let's come over here. Well, let's just do this. Let's go over here. We're going to search for display. No. Over here. So there's display, right? We're going to do 1024. By 768. Now, I'm not actually going to test this here, but what's happening is that when you reboot it, it loses its screen resolution. So anyway, let's go over here now. First thing we're going to do is what? Check our disk space. So we use 24% of our available disk space. We have 37 gigabytes left. Oh. Let's take a look at Python. So it good. So at some point they will be updating. Yes, right. They will be updating to the new version. Very good. So the main thing I want you to point out here is that this is beta 1, and it runs just fine. At least for at so far. Okay, you notice also the slightly translucent screen, right? Okay, so do we have a pip? Pip not found. So let's do this. Let's go over to UV. Do we have a, so we do have two things, okay? But rather install pip, we're going to come over here, skip, we're going to install what? We're going to install UV, then we're going to set up our Python environment for our stock analysis, okay? We're going to be using, Trump puts new fee on asylum seekers. Many say they don't know how to pay. Okay, that's interesting. MX form. Let's go over here for a second, see what happened to here. Urgent help. There is no such thing as urgent help. Now let's skip this. Let's go over here to EV package manager. Look over here. We should, of course, be able to install UV using pip, but pip isn't installed, which is still kind of odd. Okay, which is still kind of odd. So we're going to use this method over here. Okay. Click over here to our package manager, paste, yes. And for right now, we'll do this. Let's do something a little funky. Let's do touch I'm going to create an empty okay. So then we're going to do both of these. This allows us to, basically, you know the deal. This allows us to, and who knows? At some point, say, have you guys used fish for anything? Fish shell, I've looked at it a little bit on a couple other installations, but okay, so that didn't work, but that's okay. Okay, so let's come back over here now. We're going to store our Python projects inside of what? That's right, we're going to install it inside of Documents Directory. So you do uv init okay. Upgrades available, 104 packages. We're not going to do that right now because that can take quite a bit, okay, time. We can certainly take a look. Desktop defaults, MX docs, spec, system, VirtualBox guest, close. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. So now we're going to add what? We're going to add pandas. What else? Of course, as you know, matplotlib. Seaborn. Now, if you recall from the stream yesterday, UV is like blazingly fast. This virtual machine has 16 gigabytes of RAM, 4 processors. Okay. Jupyter. Let's just do this. Since this has a new version of has a newer version of Python, we should be able to install pandas _ta. Okay, pandas. Oh, I was going to mention to you folks. Also, I've actually went out and I purchased the $20 version of choose chatbot. Use a chatbot without switching. Not sure what that means. So you can see we're already up to 107 installations, okay? Oh, ChatGPT. Log in here. Let's get our code. You don't worry about the code. The code changes every time you log in, so that's not a problem. So turn your eyes away for a moment. So that's all done. So, stats, models, Jupyter. Okay, so we need So you saw how quick we installed all those packages and the dependencies. You know, Jupyter Notebooks has a lot of dependencies. It just blazed right through those. The other point is, this is all there is here is just the binaries. So there's no scripts. It doesn't install any scripts. So it's a much smaller and much faster install than and here we are. Okay. So that's all done. Now the way you fire up a session is you use uv run. Now is it lab or labs? It's lab. Okay. And here we are. And here, and over here is this. So there's nothing here. By the way, the lock is just a list of all the installed packages, okay? That's all it is. New notebook. Let's get rid of this. So, you know something else we can install, maybe. Stock technical analysis, okay? Okay. Write the Python now here's a question. What am I thinking of here? What was I thinking of here? I was thinking of Quattro. Oh, good. It does work. Let's leave this down here like that. Okay, then come back over to here. Where's our, there we go. Okay, write the Python code. Yeah, I will mention that so uh, the base package is called TA. Okay, but what this apparently allows you to do is to actually access the data frame the data as a data frame. Okay, and what I suggest you do is this: start up here, but then come down here. Okay, and create as a new plot. This allows you to test your data. All right, first of all. So Wi-Fi NAS is installed, pandas TH installed, matplotlib. Okay, good. Now we ran into this before. Okay, so all we really needed to change is this is kind of odd. Let's get rid of this. So let's just do this. Let's get rid of this and get rid of this and do this again. So we will come down here again. So if we look at the code here a little bit, there's the data RSI, CD close, okay, better. So let's come down here, see what happens now. There's RSI. Oh, look at this. There's RSI. Very nice. Okay, so the RSI isn't displaying all the plots. So we'll come down here then. There. All right. All right. So we can also come up here, I do believe. Let's take a look up here. Auto adjust. Okay, so there's that. Let's take a look at the RSI plot. RSI, maybe I'm wrong. I'm confusing so that looks good. Okay. So let's come back over here then. Let's get rid of this. So as you can see, we've actually accomplished quite a bit so far, okay? Much better. Much, much better. Very nice indeed. That's interesting. This is very nice indeed. So this, look, if you're out, let's see what's going on here. Okay, 16 views. Where are you people? Don't be bashful. Stop by the session and say hi, okay? This is really nice. Very simple to do, very nice, okay? Now we do the Bollinger Bands. Okay. Okay. So this is close. So again, we accomplished quite a bit here. And if this works, oh, that's a great diagnostic clue. It's not one-dimensional. It means one or both Bollinger Band columns isn't a simple one-dimensional series, but likely a data frame with multiple columns. So if this works, my friends, we'll call it a day. Shoot, let's do this. Let's come back up here. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and bring this session to a close. It's been a 45-minute session. Hey, a very productive session. I'm going to tell you again, the MX Linux Beta 1 is obviously, very close to being ready to rock and roll, okay, as you can see here. And you also saw how easy it is using the pandas_ta package to do some serious type of char plotting, okay?